a huge privilege for me to sit besides the champion.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let me tell you, before we start, I have been given some formal questions. So instead of going to that so early, because we are also waiting for my boss to come. So till my boss comes, we have to enter into a dialogue, right? So let me tell you, I don't know how far you are familiar with the industry. You would have seen Mutual Fund Summit and you would have noticed Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. Before you came, there was one samvad going on, right? Where many champions were sitting on this dais. And there are many champions who are sitting here. This entire distribution community and mutual fund community, they are full of champions. And it is really very challenging for a person like me who is neither the champion nor the leader, and to sit besides the champion here and the champions that side. So I'm sure you will accommodate me, because when I was coming and I was wondering what is this fireside chat, because this is for me first time fireside chat. So somebody told me that two celebrities sit together and discuss. So I was wondering where is the second celebrity, because you are the only one. So I was really wondering. But having said this, it's a great honor for all of us to have you here, because we rarely get a chance. And as a regulator, तो हमको chance कभी मिलता ही नहीं है champions के साथ बैठने का. So I am truly grateful to AMFI when they made a proposal to me कि आपको आना है mutual fund summit में. So I was wondering, because again we have to speak and they will keep on praising us, because generally industry they praise us. So generally industry do this with regulators. They may not listen to us, but in this type of forum, they will always praise us. So anyway, so I was hugely enthused when this offer came that, okay, I will talk something different. But then suddenly questionnaire came which says that I have to speak about mutual fund also. But before we go to this and let us start, you are absolutely free. As a champion, whatever smash you want to put, you put. Whatever drop shot you want to make, you do. Because here it is free for all. So don't get to listen from my side only, because I am so excited that I will keep on talking. But you can also talk, right? So let us start, because as I mentioned that they are champions in their own respect, and you are champion in your own ways. So let us start the journey, that how you visualize your personal journey, because before you came, somebody here in the panel was mentioning that we should catch them young, and right, and you know that we always talk in India that let us try to catch them young, but we are not able to catch people young apart from you.
But I think the breakthrough moment for me was, I think, in 2012. You know, that's when I realized that, you know, if everyone can do. I beat Olympic champion back then. And I just thought to myself that, you know, if she can do it, why can't I? You know, that's how it all started. And then basically personal life, in the sense, you know, for me, badminton is a passion. And I've completed my MBA. And always my parents said that, you know, studies and sports are equally important, because, you know, from the beginning itself, you know, it was not like I was only focused on sport, but also equally sports and studies was, you know, equally important. So that's how it all started, and today I'm here.
Oh, fantastic. So one loud message which Sindhu has given to all of us is that you have to create a balance. If you don't create a balance between your passion and the necessity like studies, etc., it creates chaos sometimes. But good that in an early age you understood this message. And as you mentioned that both your parents were quite athletic. So being children of those athletic parents also has some contribution towards your becoming a champion?
Yeah, definitely. Like, even now, my father, you know, comes to training sessions, sits there morning and evening, and he sees me how I play. He tells me what mistakes I do. I think in a way I'm really lucky to have sports parents because, they know what it is and they've experienced it so much that, that they guide you in a right way. So in a way I can tell you that, I'm lucky because, because of them I'm here today. Because, when I used to make any mistakes or when I used to get injured, I used to, obviously it's really hard for them to come back. Sometimes you stop believing in yourself. Sometimes you're not your 100%. Sometimes you have a doubt. You doubt yourself. So I think at that point of time, being sports persons and they've experienced so much and they tell you what is right, what needs to be done, what is wrong. So in that way, they guided me in a right way. So yeah, it definitely plays a very, very major role. My parents definitely play a very major role, not only professionally, but also personally. When you lose, you come back home, you're very sad, you're upset. But, they tell you that, it's okay. There's always a next time. You have to bounce back stronger. You have to come back stronger. So, they always give that confidence. And I think people around you giving that confidence is very important because that's what you need at the end of the day. People supporting you to go much further and further.
So it's very nice to hear because you see, losing is one issue which this industry also faces regularly because this industry operates in a very volatile environment, and when volatility happens, more than them, we are worried as a regulator because we don't know what to do because neither we understand the industry so well nor we understand the regulation so well. So how to control that becomes a challenge for us. So you have, as a player, players always come across winning, losing, everything is part and parcel of the player's journey. So winning is probably very easy because in that celebration, many people will join you because everybody tries to be part of the success journey. But when it comes to losing, and losing happens quite often, not that it is a rarer incident. So how as a player or how as a champion you tend to cope with that? Because it is very important. You would have noticed that nowadays our market is quite volatile, and many people who are sitting here, they have been support for the SIP. They talk only in terms of SIP. They will say, "Aaj 28,000 crore is mahine mein aaya," and they will talk about AUM 68 lakh crore. So they talk about number, right? And now the market is showing a different number to all of them. So if you just elaborate that how when things are not going in your way and you tend to lose, how you have to cope with that, it will be a very good message for this industry.
Yeah, I think such is life where, you have a lot of ups and downs. You always can't be a winner. You always can't win all the time. But, sometimes it's okay. It's okay to lose because that's how life is. And you have to accept the fact that, there will be ups and downs. There will be some wins. There will be some losses. In any aspect, let's say in sports or, in industry, like whichever way, financially, any way, there will be ups and downs. But I think you have to take it in a positive way. There are times where, you feel like, what is it? Why is this happening? I've worked so hard, but yet still, the numbers are really going low, or, you lose many matches where you have to win. But I think at that point of time, you always have to believe in yourself. You need to have that hope. I mean, it's easy to say than done, but it's always important to be strong and come back stronger, because for me, especially, in sport, when you lose, you're really upset or you're out of the competition, but it's important to come back stronger as soon as possible, because it's not just end of the world. You have a lot more opportunities, you have a lot more matches, you have a lot of things to do ahead. So you have to focus on what needs to be done than what has been already done. So just forget what happened in the past and just focus on the present and what is going to happen. So that's what I feel, because especially in sport, when I lose a match, I do get upset. I feel sad about it, but I think I just feel for myself that, it's not just the end of the world. There is a lot more, and I need to learn from my mistakes and come back stronger.
Fantastic. So friends, the message is loud and clear. You will tend to lose, but you need not lose the hope, and you have to always groom yourselves to come back. And for that, what you need is really a practice. So I would love to hear from Sindhu that how you practice yourself, because we have read too much about you, but nothing about what was your practicing schedule, because we know that you went to Mr. Gopi Chand, he trained. Prior to that also, there was another coach. So how you tend to practice yourself, because nothing much is written about that. So if you can explain little bit more to this audience, they themselves will go back and do practice. Because I remember when I used to play badminton, in fact, just a matter of fact, recently SEBI Premier League has been concluded last week. And we are fortunate that my team was the runners-up for the second year in a row in the badminton league. And probably this fact was, I don't know whether it was known to AMFI or not. They would have invited me because of this reason, because we were the runners-up in the badminton. So I used to practice at times on a wall, because generally I am a tennis, I used to play tennis a lot. Badminton I picked up, and I am fortunate that I played one or two matches with Dhoni also here in Bombay. So I have some flair for badminton, and I used to do a wall practice, because if you don't get a partner, so in tennis we used to do a wall practice. So badminton also we can do little bit of wall practice. So please elaborate on the practice, because this audience really need practice, and we as a regulator also need a lot of practice.
Well, firstly, see, every individual is different. Everyone has a different style of play, different mindset. So it depends on how you train and which way you train. Obviously, for me, my practice sessions, I train, 7 to 8 hours a day. Morning sessions, it's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and then I go back and then get some rest again in the evening. I do some weight training, or, endurance, or, let's say skill work. Because both are equally important, physical and, of course, the mental aspect is very, very important, where, sometimes mentally, you're tired, you're not right there, but, physically, you're 100%. So that doesn't work in a match. So mentally, I think, sometimes it's important to switch off and focus on, on what needs to be done. Because at times, there are times where, everything is fine, but mentally you're not there. Not only in badminton, obviously, even in your own whichever business or anything. So I think it's important that, physically and mentally you need to be 100%. So for, in the mental aspect, I make sure, I do some meditation or some breathing at times, because that keeps me calm and that keeps me going. So wall practice, as you said, is a very, very good exercise for the badminton players. Again, I mean, to the people out there, whoever is playing sport, any sport, I think it's important that, you need to have some kind of exercise, before you start playing, let's say, like a warm-up. Otherwise, you directly go and play badminton and then you come back, with aches and pains or some stiffness. And if you keep continuously doing that, you tend to get injured. So I think it's important to have that warm-up before your practice sessions. And at the same time, I think, practice makes man perfect, because a lot of people used to ask me, you won everything, what else? But I think for me, I feel that there's more way to go, and I think these kinds of wins give me a lot of confidence to go much further. So definitely, every day is a new day. You have to keep practicing. Even in your business, in sports, whatever it is, you have to keep practicing no matter what, because practice makes man perfect.
So perfect. So champions are not made very easy, and one champion here and other champion sitting here. So now all of us know what is the true reason behind your success. This side also, that side also. And going forward as a regulator, we will also start doing some practice and hard practice. So now we are fortunate that our whole-time member has also joined. So sir, I was filling the gap, and now some interesting questions we will raise before Sindhu, so that we all get some guidance. So practice is wonderful. Motivation, another thing you said. Now, the most important aspect she highlighted was that you should do a little bit of meditation also. Reason probably is that one has to remain calm in tense situations. So please, my friends who are sitting that side, market is going through a different phase. If you are doing meditation, fair enough. If you are not doing meditation, please start doing it. We as a regulator have already started doing it. Because we don't want to mediate between the issues, so we have already started doing it. So let us all follow what the champion is suggesting. So now coming back to your professional career, and it's a fantastic journey. I need not repeat what you have achieved over such a short span of time. And all of us know that in this country, after cricket, there is a huge fan following for badminton. Because I remember when Prakash Padukone won All England Championship, after that, lot of halla gulla happened in the country that we will see champions. But it took so many years to see Pullela Gopichand again winning the All England, and then we have seen a series of champions like you and Saina. So this is over a period of time we are able to achieve this. Now, how is your professional journey? And in this journey, what were the learnings for you as a champion?
I mean, I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. Even though, despite after achieving so much, also I'm definitely still learning. And I think year by year, step by step, I've learned because I've experienced a lot, and with a lot of experience, I've learned a lot of things. I've had different coaches, and as you know, I'm very thankful to every coach because I've had great wins with all my coaches since the time I've started until now. And I think more than anything, it's important that you understand that coming to a level is fine, but maintaining that level is even more harder. So I think for that you have to work that extra bit, to maintain that level. And I think apart from that, every coach has a different mindset. Every coach has a different style, the way they teach you. So I've learned some, I've unlearned some. So I think it's been a great journey so far. I've come so far, and I've had some great, amazing matches which has completely changed my life. So I think my professional life, if I look back, I don't regret anything. But at the same time, it takes a lot of commitment, hard work. It takes a lot of discipline, because going there daily, going for practice sessions, sometimes it's really, really hard for you to actually get up in the morning, go there even when you're tired. So I think you need to understand when to give your body rest, because I feel, body is like a temple. You need to make sure you take care of it. If you don't, then, you tend to get injured, and, it definitely will take a lot of time to come back again. So, I mean, just want to tell you that, it's not just a couple of months of hard work. It takes years and years of hard work to come to a level. So, I mean, nobody is born with a golden spoon. It is hard work, and hard work is the key for success.
So friends, continuous practice is very important. Whatever you are, wherever you are at your journey, continuously practice, because if you don't do that, then there is a challenge. So since you mentioned that you had many tough matches, so any toughest match which you recall, and what was so tough about that, because ultimately you won?
There are a lot of tough matches. There were a lot of long matches, tough matches where I had to win, and sometimes, I've lost, and sometimes, I was trailing and I won those matches. So, I mean, sometimes you really feel sad because, especially in the 2016, I could have won that gold medal match, and then, I ended up getting the silver. And I think at the same time in the World Championships as well, in 2017, it was one of the longest matches, and I lost to Okuhara. So that obviously made me sad. So there are a lot of matches which made me sad, of course, which made me happy as well when I've turned them into wins, like the World Championships and, in the Tokyo, the bronze medal match. So, I mean, there is an example where, it was a mixed emotion where, in 2021, I was playing the Tokyo Olympics, and I lost in the semi-finals, and the next day I had to play for the bronze medal match. So I had a lot of mixed emotions. I was upset. So I was just thinking to myself that, should I be happy that I have another opportunity to prove myself, or, should I be sad that I lost an opportunity to go to the finals? So, I mean, there was not even 24 hours to actually react or think about it. But then, my parents and my coach just told me one thing, that, there's a lot of difference between the bronze and the fourth position. So I think that changed my whole mindset. And the next day I was on the podium, taking that bronze medal.
So superb. She got recovered from a loss within 24 hours. So all of us should remember, because this is very important. Don't bother the regulator if 24 hours nothing is moving. Don't start calling up the regulator and saying that things are not moving. So champions have to withstand. Things may sometimes not go right, so they have to all withstand their journey. So it is really nice. But what is happening is that probably you are reserving some secret movements probably for your biopic, because you are not revealing much here in this audience. We thought that when you are here with us, probably you will tell us more about any fantastic match. But I was reading some 3 days back, you said that I still have a passion and I will carry on. So how you keep that passion alive? Because you see, we all know that the sports person's journey is very short-lived. And it is very difficult because the way the competition is, it is very intense. Even it is very intense on your body and the mental fatigue. So how you start coping up with that? Because as you grow as a champion, expectation from this country is tremendous. When you won even bronze, country was euphoric. So how, because that pressure of 140 odd crores and then your own pressures, because as you grow older, things may turn differently. How you cope with all this?
Well, I mean, see, there is a lot of pressure. There are a lot of expectations, and always people always want you to win. And sometimes it might not happen. Definitely, I agree. I don't say that there is no pressure, but at the same time, I have to play with the pressure. There is no other option. That's when I said, I make sure that I'm calm and just play my game, because that's what helps me mentally. If I just do some breathing exercises, just do some meditation for a bit, and then just go out there, because sometimes under pressure, a lot of people can't actually perform well. Instead, they feel, okay, what's happening? Why am I not able to play? They go blank at times. So that's when it is important that you learn, and of course you in your pressure situations as well, how you actually go out there and play your game or give your best. So that's what we learn in our practice sessions as well. And yes, of course, badminton is my passion, and that passion is still there. So when people ask me that, are you not bored, or how many years are you gonna play? I mean, I will be playing until I am fine and until I am fit. Because as you said, yes, sporting career is a very short career, and you never know what's going to happen. I mean, injuries don't say and come just like that, but injuries happen. You never know what is going to happen tomorrow. So that is when I say that, you have to take care of your body in such a way that, you have to understand, when to stop, and, when to take a break, and when to push yourself like until you can do it. Or, sometimes you feel that maybe I can't do it, but sometimes you're like, no matter what, you want to push yourself. So you need to understand it so well that, you have to take a break when it's required. And as you keep growing, your game changes, your, the way you think changes. And also, sometimes you might not be able to train as much as you used to do when you're young. It is okay. I mean, it is fine not to do, but you have to always practice in such a way that, you have to listen to your body, and you have to be very smart enough to accordingly change situations where, if one is not happening, you have to also have plan B, where, if you're not able to do something, there is some other alternative. So that's how you keep changing in your game situations, and also in your matches, in your strategies as well. Because there's always a coach to tell you what to do and what not to do. Also, it is important to discuss, and it is also important to have a support system which keeps you safe and which keeps you 100% right there. Because, as professionals, we do have a physio, we do have a trainer, but it's also important that, how you do it and how much you push yourself, and until when can you push yourself.
We all wish that you will continue to play and you will do very well. Now, coming to this, you have narrated your journey, and you said there is a various support system, etc. But since you started this professional journey, over a period of time, how the badminton as a game has changed? Because see, badminton evolved when people used to smash, then they started playing third line, base to base, and then suddenly Prakash came and he started doing a dribbling at the net. So over a period of time, lot of changes has happened. So in your journey, how these changes have affected your playing and how you were able to cope up with these, because every player tried to devise some new stroke and they will have new shot to play. And then as a champion, you have to start thinking how to counter it.
Of course, you have to start thinking outside the box because, every time the game keeps changing and, now if you see, I mean, there has been a lot of technology where, you tend to see your opponent's matches and you tend to change the game plan and you go with different strategies. Your coaches tell you that, okay, she's playing in certain way and you have to keep changing it. So yeah, I mean, from the time since when Prakash sir has been playing, and then back then it was more, before that it was more of a rally game, and then when Prakash sir has come, it was more of a dribbling game, and then there was a different scoring system as well. It was like, for 11 points, for 15 points, side over, and now it's 21 points. Like, by
so the scoring system has also affected, because those days we used to see a lovely rally, and when service will be over, then again you will get a chance.
See, that at that point of time, you obviously had another chance to take a point. But now if you see, the game has become so fast that you actually don't have time to actually think that, okay, let's see, 1 point has gone. You can't even just give away that point as well. Every single time you need to be on your feet, like alert all the time and be very, very quick on your feet. So I think from the beginning, even though it's 21 points, the game suddenly changes. And even though you're leading like 15-6, 15-7, there are times where you tend to lose. So you have to be so alert. And I think now in this generation, the game has become so fast. Everybody, is super, super fast, and everybody needs to be prepared from the beginning. You can't take few points easy and then, you can't think that, okay, let's prepare after 11 points. By then the game is over, the match also is over.
So is it to do with the change of equipment, because rackets have also improved? So that's why people are playing more flat.
I think nothing like that. There are different equipments, there are different companies. I mean, people play with their own interest. Some are okay with heavy rackets, some are okay with lighter rackets, some are okay with heavy rackets, so different shuttles. So I think it doesn't matter. It just depends on every individual what they want to play and which kind of racket they want to use. So I think racket has nothing to do with it. So yeah, because the court is same, the net is same. So yeah.
So friends, for champions, equipment doesn't matter. So only thing they have to focus is that keep playing your game. So all of you also don't bother much about what the technical chart says or what the analysis is saying. Focus on your core strength, because that will help you to achieve what you want to achieve. Now let us move. We have heard a lot about game, etc. Now in this entire journey, you are also gaining a lot of financial wealth, and we are sitting in this Wealth Creators Summit. So if you don't tell them your mool mantra of wealth creation and where you are investing this wealth, because they will love to hear, because that's why they all are here today.
They have to tell me what is good and what is not good. So they are the better people to tell me. But I think, from the young age, obviously, my parents used to take care of my financial things, everything, They just tell me that, your job is to just play and, we will take care. I think it's good to be like that, not that everything is on me. But I think whatever it is, wherever I'm investing, I think we have to, obviously, I'm not a very good person to tell you all, but I feel it's very important to invest in a very, very smart way. I'm sure you agree to that. And not just invest everywhere, wherever, there's money. But sometimes, the market is down, sometimes it is up. There are ups and downs, as I said. But it's also important that you just don't, rush into things. You think in a very smart way and actually, just invest in a very smart way.
Good. Thank you. I have got a message that I have to wrap up. Otherwise, I would have continued talking to you. It is so nice to speak to somebody who is from a different field altogether, because otherwise every day we talk about finance, we talk about markets, and it makes our life very miserable. So it's a great relief for all of us, and it's fantastic that to know your perspective. I am sure this industry will take many lessons out of the perspective given by champion Sindhu. And maybe we will find one day we have mutual fund sahi hai, we have choti SIP, lot many initiatives which AMFI has taken. We will have some champion SIP also one day, and maybe there can't be no better ambassador than PV Sindhu herself. So with this, we wish a great success. We believe that your sporting career will sustain the way the mutual fund industry has sustained over a period of time. And we are sure that you will have many more hits and many more medals to give to this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I mean, definitely a lot to learn. I mean, as I said, every day is a learning. Thank you so much, AMFI, and also thank you for having me here in this summit. Thank you.
So, friends, this is the humility of a champion. I have learnt a lot. She has not learnt anything from us. So this is how the champions are made. Kudos to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. A true legend is with us. PV Sindhu. Manoj ji, thank you for this incredible conversation.